Road off of Beach Creek. Should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
10 for 1 was an American.
10, 110.
10 for around from Madison. 335, I'll be around as well. Go ahead. 35.
Being around from 110 Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek. Should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
10 for 1 was an American.
10, 110.
10 for around from Madison. 335, I'll be around as well. Go ahead. 35. Okay, guys. Probably going to get several maybe. 10 for 29 minutes. Go ahead. Those my rescue fire police for search. 335.
35.
You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone?
That's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
10 for. C12 Central. C12 will be in or out. 906. 10 south. 29 seconds. Notify 302. I had him on the phone with Bossy. You're on Bureau. Answer any questions he may have on it.
10-4. You want us to try to contact the canine?
Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination.
Yeah.
29, go ahead.
302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure, check the house, camper, even if they said they've already had.
Yeah, boss. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request, search and rescue with Churchill Rescue Squad. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request from Churchill Rescue on a search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Also requesting a respond with 6-wheeler and command trailer. First page, 1911. 502. 502. We acknowledge the page and the resource request. We've got several here at the station. We'll be in route just a sec. Copy, acknowledge the page and resource request. 707, 15. Go ahead. The 1043 is partner at building reference to 1044. The rescue. Go ahead, go rescue floor. And Ranger, rescue desk, command trailer, all this.
Copy.
339. 39 to 41. All other units are tied up on 10 here, correct? Yeah, well, I'll be using your direction as far as the bus. 10-4, I'm leaving the LSO here.
For the complainant or the suspect? That's it.
806.
Yes.
Is 317 on the scene?
He's en route.
Detective Britt, is he on the scene?
We've not been advised.
Tab for it.
In the trailer to 302.
Go ahead.
Britton's on scene.
Tab for it. 29 seconds.
29.
Get hold of 334. About them, we need 2 units to come in to answer calls, please. 29 seconds.
Make contact with 34. He's gonna get 2 units.
10-4, just advise us not to send them over here, just for them to answer full calls, please.
10-4, I thought so.
37. Myself 41 has it cleared by the time the 2 units go 10-8. Give one of them a welfare check on country lane. We go 10-8. 29-49. 29-47. Which direction did you go?
On the Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church.
49. Go ahead. Temple.
Central Dispatch 1205. Oh, 1205 BPN 97, Mount Carmel Church. 1415 to Central. 1415 to Central. 1415. Does the fire department need to set up a LZ for the helicopter? 10-4, that's what we were about to do. I'll do that. Attention persons, Sturgisville Fire Department, attention all members and members to respond to Cherokee House School to set up an LZ for Highland. They have approximately 6 minutes ETA. 1402. 1415 Central. 1415. On scene at the LZ, I'll have LZ command at this time. Copy. LZ command to Central. LZ command. Go ahead and signal 9 Sturgisville, please. Sturgisville Fire Department, attention all members, car 1415 on scene of the LZ. You can signal 9 your response. LZ command to Highland. LZ command there on the EMS channel. Roger that. Just available for calls. We do have a pending welfare check. 29-34. 41 is the entering by itself and 39 and 50 is in the lower end. That's all I've got available right now. Roll copy direct.
302.
Yes, sir.
I heard 34 is 10-8. Which other unit stepping in?
14 advised. What other unit is 10-8? We're going to go 10-8. 302 wants to know. LZ command to Central. LZ Smith.
And while little old Gotchi's over here to take care of county. 2934. 2934. 49's over here with us. He was working with us. So you won't be able to reach him. He comes 302. Yeah, he got me 302. Yeah, so they're set up here at the line. Yeah, for our company. 34, go ahead. Command to Central. Go ahead. Helicopters back in the iron. 1402 and all personnel will be released from the scene. Instant command terminated. 2-4. 26-301, I'm on my way to that. Decom Central. Decom. Can you log in the cab that shows red with Senate?
4 years have passed since Summer Wells vanished, and the darkness around her disappearance has not lifted but thickened, settling into the land like a stain that no amount of time can wash out. Because time did not bring clarity, it brought rot. It stretched unanswered questions into something grotesque and permanent. And what once felt like urgency has curdled into a slow, suffocating dread, the kind that creeps in when a truth is avoided long enough to grow teeth. 4 years of silence have taught the world how easily a missing child can become background noise, how seasons can cycle over the same ground while nothing beneath it is ever truly disturbed, how reassurances can replace proof and repetition can masquerade as resolution, while a little girl remains frozen at 5 years old, trapped forever in that last summer afternoon. The land remembers even when people pretend not to, and places like Ben Hill Road and Van Hill Road feel heavier now, not with evidence, but with absence, with what was never ruled out, never fully confronted, never publicly cleared, leaving the unbearable sense that answers were always close, buried beneath familiar soil, protected by hesitation and fear of what digging might reveal. Van Hill lingers like a bruise on the map, a road spoken of quietly, cautiously, because it represents the possibility that the truth was never far away, only inconvenient, only uncomfortable, only too dark to face head-on. And the longer it remains unresolved, the more it feels less like oversight and more like avoidance. 4 years of distractions, noise, personalities, and spectacle have passed, yet none of it has pierced the core of the case. None of it has brought Summer back, and instead it has exposed something far more disturbing, that justice can be delayed not by lack of resources but by lack of will, that silence can be an active force, and that time itself can be used as a shield. Behind closed doors, pressure simmered, relationships fractured, instability surfaced and receded, but accountability never fully arrived, creating the chilling impression that everyone was waiting for something, waiting for outrage to fade, for memories to blur, for the world to stop asking the same dangerous questions. But the ground does not forget, and neither does guilt. And 4 years later, the fear is no longer that the truth is lost, but that it has been here all along, watching, patient, buried beneath routine and denial. Because secrets do not die quietly, they ferment. They poison everything around them. And when they finally surface, they do not bring comfort or closure. They bring reckoning, exposing not only what happened to Summer Wells, but how 4 years passed while the truth lay in the dark, untouched, waiting for someone brave or desperate enough to let it breathe. And that darkness keeps spreading because unanswered questions behave like wounds that were never cleaned, festering quietly beneath the surface while everyone pretends the skin has healed. And 4 years on the case no longer feels cold. It feels deliberately preserved, suspended in a state where nothing moves forward and nothing is truly closed, as if the truth itself has been placed in containment, sealed away because releasing it would contaminate too many lives. The longer the silence lasts, the more it begins to feel intentional, not a failure of memory, but a strategy of exhaustion, letting time do what intimidation, denial, and half-answers could not. Letting the public grow tired while the land remains patient, holding on to whatever it was asked to keep. The woods don't change, the roads don't confess, and places like Van Hill Road continue to exist in plain sight, driven past, ignored, normalized, while beneath them the possibility lingers that something was hidden where no one wanted to look too closely, somewhere quiet enough that a child's absence could be absorbed without a sound. 4 years later, the fear has evolved, no longer centered on whether answers will come, but on what those answers will cost. Because truths buried this long do not surface cleanly, they come up tangled in complicity, hesitation, and the realization that there were moments when things could have been different. Moments when someone could have spoken, searched deeper, demanded more, and chose not to. Guilt does not fade with time. It sharpens. It grows edges. It wakes people in the middle of the night and sits heavy in the chest during the day. And somewhere, someone is carrying that weight, counting on silence to outlast consequence, counting on the world to forget a little girl whose name still refuses to disappear. But forgetting is not the same as forgiving, and time does not erase what the ground remembers, because secrets kept beneath familiar soil eventually distort everything above them, relationships, reputations, institutions, until the lie becomes heavier than the truth itself. And when this finally breaks, because it always does, it will not arrive with sirens or press releases. It will arrive quietly, through a fracture no one can control, a detail exposed, a search revisited, a conscience that collapses under its own strain, and in that moment the years of waiting will snap together into something unmistakable, revealing that the darkness was never empty, never random, never gone, only buried, breathing, and waiting. And the waiting itself has become part of the horror, because 4 years of stillness doesn't feel like uncertainty anymore. It feels like something being held in place by force, as if the truth is restrained just beneath the surface, pressing upward, testing the soil, testing the people who know exactly how fragile that silence really is. The case now exists in a strange limbo where nothing is officially resolved, yet nothing is actively pursued with the urgency it once promised, creating the sickening sense that the disappearance of a child has been normalized, absorbed into routine, filed away as an old tragedy rather than an open wound. The roads remain open, the land remains undisturbed, and places like Van Hill Road sit quietly in the background, unremarkable to outsiders, ominous to those who understand what unresolved ground represents, because locations don't become haunting on their own, they earn it through what is left unfinished. 4 years later, every omission feels heavier than a lie, every unanswered question louder than any confession, because silence at this stage is no longer neutral. It is active, it protects, it conceals, it waits. The fear now is not just for what happened to Summer Wells, but for what the delay has allowed to calcify around her story. Missed opportunities, evidence lost to time, truths that have had years to be buried deeper, reshaped, or forgotten entirely by everyone except the ground itself. And still, beneath all of it, there is a sense of inevitability, a quiet certainty that secrets this old do not stay contained forever, that pressure builds whether acknowledged or not, that time does not erase guilt but sharpens it into something corrosive and unstable. Somewhere, someone lives with that instability every day, waking up knowing that 4 years is not safety, that silence is not absolution, that the past does not remain buried simply because people stop digging, because the earth keeps records, memory keeps score, and the truth, no matter how long it is denied, has a way of resurfacing when least expected, not to offer comfort or closure, but to demand a reckoning that has been postponed far too long, leaving behind the chilling realization that the darkest part of this story was never the mystery itself, but how long it was allowed to breathe in the dark.
But, how would you all feel if somebody looked at you and said, they're accusing us of molesting our kids?
You know what happened to Summer? You know who took Summer?
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please keep praying for Summer, Moon, Utah, Wells. Goodbye for now.